What is teaching evaluation? Hello, my name is Lee. In this video, I will explain to you on teaching evaluation. Let's get started. In general, teaching evaluation is a university's formal process for rating and reviewing a lecturer's performance and effectiveness in their teaching methods. Therefore, for this to happen, students must provide a rational, unbiased, and truthful assessment when they are making the evaluations. For your information, all your survey results will be kept confidential from the lecturers whom you evaluate. This survey is one way to give feedback on our lecturers on how they have performed in conducting our classes. This will enable them to do some self-reflection and eventually take some necessary actions to enhance their teaching performance in the future. In teaching evaluation, students will be given a list of teachers' performance criteria, and they need to rate each criteria according to a scale between 1 to 5. Scale 1, for strongly disagree. Scale 2, for disagree. Scale 3, for slightly disagree. Scale 4, for agree. And Scale 5, for strongly agree. Process of teaching evaluation. The evaluation of this teaching is implemented online every semester through the SMP for undergraduate, and SMPS for postgraduate. For undergraduate regular semester, teaching evaluations will be implemented in the 13th week of each semester. For special semester, teaching evaluations will be implemented in the last week of each semester. For postgraduate, for regular semester, teaching evaluations will begin in the 18th week until the last week of the semester. Special semester, the teaching evaluations will begin in the 9th week until the last week of each semester. Each instructor will be evaluated based on 5 categories. The categories are knowledge and teaching skill, teaching preparations, teaching methods, learning assessment methods, and last is guidance and supervision. Each category contains several characteristics, which you need to give evaluations whether you agree, or not, that the lecturer has shown these characteristics. Here they are. Knowledge and teaching skill. The item describes that your lecturer are knowledgeable, familiar, and well-versed on the topics being taught in the class. It also asks you whether your lecturer is capable of confidently answering any queries or confidently answering questions about the topic. The item asks feedback on whether your lecturer is capable of teaching according to the lesson plan syllabus. For example, the lecturer was able to give smooth explanations with correct facts and theories on all the topics covered. This factor describes the lecturer's ability to speak and explain in a clear and understandable manner. This includes that lecture notes, assignments, and methods to deliver knowledge to students are clear and not confusing. This item is used to measure whether the lecturer has delivered his teaching in a well-organized manner and with proper planning. All instructions are explained in step-by-step, easy to follow, and without rushing, as specified in the teaching plan. Teaching preparations. This element indicates that your lecturer is punctual and never misses a class or a meeting with students. It also inquires about the lecturer's adherence to the teaching plan and schedule. This indicates that the lecturer has adequately prepared all course materials and instructions during each class session and activities, for example lecture notes and assignment documents. As a result, the class sessions run smoothly and successfully. This item asks for your opinion on your lecturer's efforts to increase students' motivation and interest in learning. For example, the lecturer has conducted the class session with interesting activities which make students enjoy learning in his or her class. This item asks you whether your lecturer was able to properly and carefully provide a proper step-by-step guide for students, which also means that the lecturer always starts with simple topic first and then properly guide the students to deal with the more challenging ones. Teaching methods. This item would like your feedback on your lecturer's ability to provide a clear and simple to understand lecture or tutorial session in English. It also requires the lecturer to be able to speak English fluently and clearly. This item describes about your lecturer's efforts to provide a wide variety of interactive and innovative teaching activities. For example, the lecturer has conducted teaching using group discussions, tasks based on teamwork, group collaborations, etc. This aspect indicates whether your lecturer is creative in communicate his knowledge to students, based on his or her speaking skills, which makes the lessons more interesting and less boring. For example, the lecture uses different tones and volume to emphasize critical and important points, so that the students will not miss it. This item to show that your lecturer creates learning activities, which involve active participation among students. For example, the lecturer asks questions, and create group activities which require discussions. Learning assessment methods. This item clarifies that your lecturer assigns assessment based on or related to the syllabus, or lesson plan, such assessments as quizzes, exams, lab tests, and assignments. For example, the assessment given by the lecturer can be solved by using the concepts, theories and formulas which the lecturer has introduced in the class. This item wants to know if your lecturer has checked, evaluate and give feedback and comment on all the students' quizzes, assignments and exam submission within a reasonable time. On top of that, it also implies that the lecturer has also provided explanations on the answers of the assessments, so that the students will be able to learn from their mistakes. This item describes whether assessments such as quizzes, assignments and exams are relevant that students need to achieve at the end of the course. This means that the assessment is not only test the student knowledge and understanding, but it also involves using higher levels of thinking skills, such as applying, analyzing, synthesizing and creating skills, depending on the learning outcome of the courses. Guidance and supervision. The lecturer has provided sufficient guidance with clear instructions and explanations, to enable students to understand the topics and problems encountered in class. This item wants to ask whether your lecturer is able to provide adequate instruction and guidance for students to have critical thinking, creative thinking, and problem solving. This item would like to ask you whether your lecturer has an admirable attitude with students and during teaching. For example, the lecture shows a caring attitude for the students, paying attention to the students' needs, responsible, and being patient in dealing with frustration. You can download the manual to perform teaching evaluation from SMP and SMPS.